tucked away in the Shenandoah Valley, Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to James Madison, father of the Constitution, and mother of some of the most electric crowds in all of college football when they come out to support the Dukes. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Tar Heels will kick it away to start us off. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On the ground, it's Gage. The Dukes pick up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And the Dukes are moving quickly down the field. They go to the ground. Turns it on in midfield. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation now becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
The give to the tailback. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Let him bust for a long one. Now, third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a third and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. He's picked up 49 yards rushing for him now, and that is a way to make your presence felt in the early part of the season. Looking for a gap. It's Beckham. Just ran him over. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down
don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
The Dukes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And they're able to get him on the ground. Third and goal from way back there. Quarterback checking off. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, James Madison.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculate it down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, and they get paid.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and makes it. Offense with jumbo personnel. The gift to the back. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope it gets better. No gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations. Run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Sweet cut there. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And the running back didn't get... How about the defense? You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They'll try the right side. He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3. This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. On 4th down, going to the air. Finds his man enough for the first. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense. Great in the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. That's caught. It's for the roll. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. And the Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's off to the races. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Hicks. Looking for space to the left. he's taking the shot. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Dukes. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Thompson. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Now improvising. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to run for it. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. No, he just flat ran over it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They go right back to him. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to move it through the air. Going to try to get it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the red zone, looking for a space. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He finds his man. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. twists the uprights and puts 3 on the board. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Dukes will kick it off to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
With jet sweep pass. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Dances away. He's going to run it. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success.
Touchdown, UNC! They take the lead with the 6. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Oh, what a move! And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads can call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
He'll throw one to his right. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you could tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
Hey, thank you, young God.
They line up with some
Nah, I was talking to my chat.
want to convert this one.
Yeah, bro.
Looking to throw, it's Hicks. He's right on target.
Hey, I know you're nervous, bro. I know you're nervous. After that pick, well, it should have been a pick, but I know you're nervous, bro. That should have been a pick.
The guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with
I'm
the first
dead.
down. The dudes come to the line with a new set of downs.
Nah, my defense is they're fucking slow.
To show its hand. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver.
Who's yours?
Runs through the tackle.
Yeah, that's cool.
And he's gonna score. Touchdown, James Madison.
Yeah.
The AT unit on the field.
But your receivers are good.
And the extra
They're
point
fast as
puts
fuck.
them up by a field goal. So it's
I
a
know you have.
77-yard touchdown drive.
I ain't complaining though.
They top it off with a 14-yard
I got you too. Yeah, that's how I'm running RPOs.
They'll try to drive this one deep.
Got a tricky
He'll
somehow.
call for the fair catch
Facts.
here.
I got a cheese. I got a cheese. Alright, well, let me lock in. I'm gonna lock in and get my win real quick.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is
Yeah,
a back
they're
and
both
forth
hurt.
type game, so
They're little
I have to
pussies.
process and think about it.
On second down, looking again to throw. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Picked off. Got room on the return. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Dukes.
Nah, I seen that too.
By this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Jacksonville State is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in CUSA, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over Arizona State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
The sure hands, it's Thompson. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Tar Heels headed quickly to the line.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
Fires it incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime, and in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Really need positive yards on second down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, James Madison.
And that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
It's a fake, and the holder's going to try to throw for it. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Fair catch, called for and made. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, North Carolina. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the two. Looking downfield, it's Baker. He's got it in the end zone. The two-point conversion is good, and we have a one-possession game late. lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Power football with the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to run for it, and they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth. It's keep that clock running. It's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's 3rd down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. And the Dukes will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. We've got a timeout from the kicking team. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it past the marker. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Quarterback checking the play. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Dropping back, it's Hicks. He'll take a deep shot here. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
fourth overall across the board.